Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Romantic versus Sheik. This game taking place here on Autumn Leaves 1.6. On the bottom left hand side of the map we have Romantic, also known as Fortitude, and playing as the red human, going up against Sheik, who is spawning under the name 3 Wishes over here on the top right hand side of the map. For all of you guys wondering why I had to turn off Fog of War, this game is being played on the NetEase server, so there is no default observer, and well, Blizzard still hasn't done anything to address these particular issues. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. I really do wish that there was a way to... Nah, actually, no, I'm not gonna get on that. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down. Romantic opening things up here on the bottom left-hand side of the map, opening up with an altar of kings, barracks, and a farm. Meanwhile, over here on the top right-hand side, we have Sheik opening up with altar of darkness, crypt, necropolis, and all of this goodness and jazz. I guess a couple of things to wonder. Just a little bit of thoughts. I don't know how easy it would have been to try and add some of the W3 champions functionality and features that were made recently from the battle in the previous version of Warcraft 3's original Frozen Throne and Reign of Chaos BattleNet. So maybe I don't know if anyone does know some of the developers of W3 champions. Ask them how difficult it would have been to actually build all of the functionality they had back in the 2002-2003 version of the game, and whether or not the upgrades that were, partially completed still made the job a bit easier. I'm trying to throw Blizzard a bone sometimes, and sometimes it feels like I'm fishing. I think Blizzard has some bigger issues dealing with. Yeah, they did something with the game yesterday. The patch is up. All right. Well, I haven't gotten up. Well, I don't notice any patch as we are looking. What is this? All right. Sheik opened up with Lich first. All right, Lich first in this matchup here. Not something I was expecting at all. Footman is going to try and get away. Lich has a good amount of mana. As we're going to see a Frost Nova, there's a little bit of damage. Putting things back. 60 megabyte patch. Something about maps. All right, well, maps are always a good thing. We're going to see the Lich not continuing to battle it up here. Did use a Frost Nova on this Ogre Magi. And Sheik opening up with... What is this going on here? Lich. Is the Lich going to get the experience? Yes, Lich does get the experience. Gets a Frost Nova off onto the Archmage. Archmage now getting in a little bit of damage. Units are trying to retreat back as the Lich is currently low on mana. Doesn't have Dark Ritual. And the Footman and the Ghoul, or the Footman and the Water Elemental is going to really engage it up here. All right, that's going to be a lot of damage. Footman going to try to target and finish off that Ghoul here. More Ghouls are coming back across here. We're looking at, well, a lot of damage being absorbed by that Ziggurat. It should not get absorbed here, as we're now looking at one Acolyte going to get finished off here. Meanwhile, the Footmen have not yet engaged against the Forest Troll Trappers. That's why the aggro has not switched over at all, as the Footmen are now trying to retreat back. Meanwhile, Archmage coming in from Romantic, really punishing his opponent fairly quickly, as the Lich now finishes off, well, gets up this Ziggurat here. Are we going to perhaps try and get in some repairs? More damage coming back on through. Skeletal, well, regeneration on Blight is a bit better, as the Forest Troll Trapper will get taken down, as the Archmage now going to go after some ghouls here. All right, Archmage sitting at level 2, 2.5. Lich still trying to gain a bit more experience. He's going to be able to get enough there. Lich now down to 125 mana, may be able to get off a Frost Nova somewhere. Are we going to get a units around? No, we are not. Sheik unable to get the units around there, and well, this has got to be a nightmare for Sheik. Sheik is in a situation where he is, well, wants to set up a gold mine and set up an expansion. His opponent already has the expansion. His opponent has the level advantage. We'll see how much damage this Lich can really be able to get off.
Ready to work.
The footprints of water elementals somehow improved. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. Lich sitting at level 2. Frost Novas coming abound. We are looking at Dark Ritual first. We should be looking at another Rod of Necromancy being picked up here to try and put pressure with that Lich. Rod of Necromancy and what level 2 Dark Ritual. That's one of the situations that I actually quite appreciate for level 2 Dark Ritual. Level 2 Dark Ritual opens up much more mana off of the sacrificed unit, and by getting that additional mana, it translates into more Frost Novas. It's one of the few abilities that at level 2 it really does scale. he still may go for Frost Armor instead. I'm still trying to get absorb all of this information that I'm seeing here as Fortitude or Romantic, now using a Scroll of Regeneration, having big damage here. Archmage could be in trouble, down to 29 hit points, down to 21. Scroll of Town Portal used there, and another Scroll of Regeneration will need to be used. Lich now coming back out across the field, will try to get in a little bit of damage, gonna turn back around, go after the individual targets that are low on hit points, and then try and remove some of that healing. That's actually a very smart call here, as the units are now trying to make their rounds. Meanwhile, ghouls are going after the Archmage. Archmage down to 21 hit points. Archmage dead, level 3 now on the Lich, and that is going to be even more damage here as we see level 2 Dark Ritual or level 2 Frost Nova finishing off many of those units. Another shot could finish off a ghoul. There goes another one, and suddenly the tables have turned. Level 3 Lich, Dark Ritual, plenty of mana to go around, still has one more Rod of Necromancy charge as the Archmage is resurrected at the tavern. Coming back around here, Water Elementals and Archmage going to try and put pressure onto those ghouls. Archmage still has a good amount of mana, still needing another Dark Ritual. Should be able to get off a Dark Ritual to try to get off another Frost Nova. Does get it at 128 mana, and now going to go around the other side. Archmage may try and use a Staff of Teleportation to try and break free. There's Boots of Speed. There's Staff of Teleportation. Archmage going to be coming... Well, Lich going to be coming in from the other side. There's that Staff of Teleportation there, and the Lich, does it see the remains of the circles? It might. Checks the shop and sees, well, everything is now gone. Footman going to be partnering up with that Archmage again. Scroll of Regeneration once more being used. Levels are about the same. Gold is about the same supply, definitely in Romantic's favor, as the Lich is going to be forced to try and buy an additional Rod of Necromancy. More Rods of Necromancy to try and convert those skeletal minions into mana pots, essentially, and getting a large amount of mana and pressuring with this Lich at such an early stage. Basically, the Frost Nova is essentially, it feels like a Stormbolt on the primary target and then a ranged Thunderclap on everything else surrounding it. All right, damage going to be adding up here. How much damage can we really look to do? Lich trying to back away once more. It does have Boots of Speed, going to continue to wander around. Goblin Zeppelin is overhead here as we're looking at a little bit of damage absorbed. What is going on? That looks like a lot of dead footmen could get finished off here. There goes another one. Lich could try and go for another one again. One more shot should do it. And no, goes for a Frost Nova, but the footman was not close enough to actually take the splash damage as the Archmage now down to 100 hit points. Lich now sitting at 31 mana, doesn't have enough for another Dark Ritual. May try and finish things off. Could have finished off that footman, but did not get the experience as the Archmage denied it. All right, coming back through. Well, Sheik doing a great job in this matchup, keeping it close. A Tomb of Relics and a Crypt now getting added in here. We are at Tier 2, are nearly done. Town Hall, same thing. In this human versus undead matchup, things are awfully similar. Level 3 heroes, 38 to 40 supply armies. Both sides are at solo heroes. Indeed, a little bit of better mining for Romantic, as he was able to start it up a little bit earlier. Now, Archmage using Scroll of Regeneration once again. Archmage in a one-on-one fight will lose to that Lich. That Lich is just that much stronger, as we now see Potion of Mana added into the Lich's arsenal as well. Can use Dark Ritual, can use Potion of Mana, can get in big burst damage across multiple units. As you see another Frost Nova go down on that Archmage. There's another Dark Ritual. Lich having 95 mana may try and go for another one again. Ghouls are now trying to back away once more. Low hit point Ghoul could end up getting taken down back on the Blight. There is another Dark Ritual here as the Archmage looks to have used a Potion of Healing to try and offset their Ghoul down to 30 hit points. Could be down to dead as the final shot. No, Blight regeneration for the win there, as it is able to stay alive. Mountain King now out on the battlefield. Lich continuing to battle it through, gets another Dark Ritual Frost Nova off, trying to finish things off here as the Lich is going to be battling up against a Mountain King in just a second, but the Death Knight is also here to try and back it up. We are looking at a Slaughterhouse and Temple of the Damned. Dark Ritual, Death Knight coming in with the Death Coil to save that Lich, as the Lich and the Death Knight are looking to back away again. All right. Big difference coming through. Thank you for the sub. We loves Panda. Yep, we love Panda too, but thank you for the sub. Definitely, well, help me out. I'm trying to get back to about 25 subs on Twitch. Every little bit does definitely help, since I am Well, since I lost a lot of sponsorship on YouTube, not quite sure what happened as we're looking at the Death Knight quickly taking down a Stormbolt. Lich trying to turn things back around. Death Coil, Frost Nova, Potion of Healing used in time. Archmage escapes that one there as the Lich is now backing up again. Obsidian Statue should start being trained as soon as that Slaughterhouse is done. We are going into the Temple of the Damned for Necromancers. And, well, what does that mean? It means that the Lich is going to have plenty of targets for all of those dark rituals. All right, Water Elemental, is it going to get taken down in time? No, I do not believe so. No experience given. It just dissolves into a giant puddle that was already there. Death Knight going back to the top right, Lich having plenty of mana. We are already at Castle. We should be going into Paladin as that third and final hero. Meanwhile, we are already at Black Citadel. We are getting up Necromancers, getting trained up here. We are getting up some meat wagons. And this sudden pop-up army may, well, surprise his opponent. We are looking at Spellbreakers coming in from Romantic. Do we have a Priest with Adept training? There is only a single Arcane Sanctum here. And it looks like, well, it looks as though Romantic is expecting Destroyers, not for, well, Necromancers. Necromancers with, well, meat wagons. This is a strategy that is much more common coming out of Europe than it is coming out of Asia. And with that said, well, the flying machines are now overhead. And are we going to see a transition? Priest Adept training, now trying to get trained up. He wants to make sure the flying machine scouted it out and now needs to get the necessary units out onto the battlefield here. All right, Lich could be in trouble. Are we going to see a turnaround fighting around here? No Stormbolt going down, just a little bit of mana lost. Ghouls now going to be making their way out across. Obsidian Statue, Meat Wagon, Disease Cloud. All of these units are going to be ready to go. They're dual Slaughterhouse trying to train up as the Paladin is now getting in some big heals as well. All right, in comes a potential Creepjack. Are they going to be able to clear it up in time? There's Roar, Vampiric Aura. Units are going to try and engage here. Spellbreakers, however, just laughing off at the damage from the Lich, saying, you know what? You can't Frost Nova. Meat Wagon still generating some corpses here. We're going to see that pop-up army happening in just a moment. Priest needing to join in on the battlefield. Well, Priest have not finished yet as the Adept training not yet done. And it's going to be about a 40-second or 20-second window, maybe 40, before the Priest are out here onto the battlefield ready to fight and engage. Lich now making its way forward. Orb of Corruption, Disease Cloud now spreading across as this army is just absolutely devastating and could put Romantic in a bit of a bind. All right, units trying to retreat back here. Skeletal Mages now trying to make their way forward as well. We could be looking at the Lich trying to use Dark Ritual across multiple, across those Skeletal Mages who have more hit points. And here we are popping up more units again. All right, Mortar Team's getting joined in on the battle here. Pop-up army in the back. The Swarm, the Undead Scourge now coming across, swarming out all of the, well, the human army here. Look at this damage across multiple units. Death Knight still continuing this push. We have Unholy Frenzy on the Lich to try and add in more Orb of Corruption negative armor as the Skeletal Mages are just getting taken down. All right, we do see one Priest. Priest did get off perhaps one Dispel, but one Dispel is perhaps not going to be enough here as the Meat Wagons can still just line up more attacks. Meat Wagons still have, well, Meat Wagons still have some, no more corpses left as we're looking at the Necromancers trying to engage here. Mountain King quickly getting blasted down. There's a Dispel right there. More fighting getting underway. Mortar Team, Scroll of Town Portal, trying to retreat back. Where are they going to try? Not a retreat back. Mountain King still falling. Goblin Shredder joining in on the fight here. Death Knight sitting at level 1, almost at level 2, trying to finish things off here. As we're going to see, well, does Shredder take quite a bit of damage and could get taken down? No, Staff of Sanctuary saves as the Archmage uses that right there. Meanwhile, more attacks, more engaging. Meat Wagons trying to launch more attacks. Death Knight at level 2. Lich now at level 4. And level 2 Dark Ritual could mean even more, well, Dark Rituals and more, well, Frost Novas. More efficient Dark Rituals and then more Frost Novas. Damage still adding on through. Once again, are we going to get more skeletons popping up out of the ground? More Dark Rituals should be coming across. There are still 2 Meat Wagons here launching plenty of attacks as the Town Hall has been taken down. All right, Paladin trying to heal up, trying to push back the other way. Plenty of, well, peasants trying to do some repairs as we're looking at the Lich continuing with that pressure. Obsidian Statues in the back. Lich still has plenty of Death Coil, Frost Nova. The Archmage saves at 14 hit points. All of these peasants going to get taken out? Yes, they will. They will be able to teleport on out of here as we're looking at, well, a pop-up army coming back across. More Dark Ritual. Lich going to be getting back up to, well, 400 mana pretty quickly. Meat Wagons finishing things off here, taking down these units. No Disease Cloud coming in from the attacks on those Meat Wagons, surprisingly. Level 4 Archmage getting taken down across over here. What? How did that happen? And the army was down here. Perhaps the Death Knight and the Lich just made their way over and able to land a Death Coil Frost Nova as the Paladin was trying to repair. And now the Disease Cloud, all of these peasants trying to walk on through, but this is not looking good for Romantic at all, who falls into no upkeep. Units are now trying to retreat back, more Dispel, but it may be too little, too late. 52 supply compared to 68. Level 3 now on the Death Knight. Level 4 almost getting closer to level 5 on that Lich, as Sheik comes over the top of Romantic with not even a tech swap. Lich first to put in pressure, getting the Archmage down, forcing him to burn his Scroll of Town Portal, and then, well, even with the Scroll of Town Portal, he wasn't able to stay safe. From there, well, two base Sheik got the Death Knight second, and then secretly built Necromancers. By the time the flying machines spotted the Temple of the Dams, well, that was already too little, too late. Not much could have been done. You saw him immediately try and do the tech switch, trying to get a priest with adept training. Adept training took quite a bit of time, and then that first priest was only able to heal or to dispel one or two, but by then I believe the Mountain King was already lost and the expansion was already in trouble. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you guys think of this game in the comments below. All right, feel like Meat Wagon has a window of like 4 to 5 minutes before it gets crushed. Yeah, it's really a timing attack. It's really some sort of timing-based attack that you need there. Yeah, well, back to 20 sub points, which is good. Good for me. Let's see if I can get up to 25 again. Okay. Okay. Give me a second. I need to solve this problem. Is it opening it? Does that error has something to do with the undocumented patch? No. The error has something to do with something to do with how can I say this? The map distribution system in Warcraft 3 is is cumbersome. Broke my W3 booster. Oh, well. Hopefully that W. Okay, hold on. Huh. It's a different version of Concealed Hill. And it's not, and even with NetEase, it's not letting me download the map. Huh, that's interesting. Okay.